For the past few years, the US government has been blocking China's access to microchips, advanced lithography machines, and other key areas of technology. And while these export restrictions have certainly caused China short-term pain, it also forced China to become more innovative. As the saying goes, necessity is the mother of innovation, and China has had no other option but to work harder and close the technology gap. When the US stopped exporting advanced jet engines to China's aviation industry, the Chinese built their own engine to supply the domestically produced C919 commercial jet. Even Jensen Huang, CEO of America's most prolific tech company, NVIDIA, now admits that China is quickly closing the gap in the microchip sector, with a new report showing that Huawei's advanced chips are only one generation behind the United States, with billions of dollars being invested across the country to close that gap. But despite China's tech advances, there is a specific industry in which China is heavily reliant on the United States, and that is ethane gas. Interestingly enough, the US is the world's largest producer of ethane, and China is the world's largest buyer. China needs ethane gas to produce ethylene, which is a crucial component in plastics, packaging, and chemical manufacturing. Basically, all the industries where China is dominant. Now, the United States sells approximately $2 million of ethane gas every single day to China, but in early June, began to restrict those sales in an effort to contain China's rise. But very quickly, the United States realized that it doesn't have the same amount of leverage as does China. While the US dominates global ethane supply, cutting off exports to China have now backfired and are hurting American producers considerably more than China. While US automakers would literally have to shut down their factories without access to China's rare earths, Chinese factories would simply see a 5 to 6% reduction in ethylene capacity if the US were to cut off 100% of its ethane exports to China. In this game of leverage, rare earth minerals are irreplaceable. Ethane, not so much. And once again, this article reveals the truth. The ethane export controls represent everything wrong with contemporary US economic statecraft: poor analysis, inadequate preparation, arbitrary implementation, and stubborn persistence in the face of obvious failure.